Okay, so where should we start? I guess. Wait. Where's the screen sharing? Okay, it's here. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes, Victor.
Perfect. Okay, so first we have our DevOps wiki. So I guess this would be useful for you. It's on Confluence. There's not really everything described there, but some things are really important. And I guess you have to request access to this Confluence via MyCloud. So I think I will prepare some kind of description after this meeting with the key points or something like this. Is it fine for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be helpful, Victor.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Most of the interesting things you will find here. So, for example, there is for example, this instruction for Kibana access or SSH access, and some project related things. So, I guess later when you will be divided to or assigned to certain project, you will use it for this knowledge base for at least for some degree. Okay, so this is the first thing. So that's our wiki. Oh, we also use Jira for work tracking. And I don't know, maybe you already have some Jira account or maybe not, but we use Agile Jira, and you can get access here also via MyCloud. And we have our space, but access to this to Jira space for DevOps, you have to ask Matthew for that. Okay.
Yes, I have access.
Actually, we have got the Jira access for Sriram. Is there any specific dashboard that you are using for the DevOps?
Yes. Actually, we're using only one dashboard, and it's called DevNull. So if you have access to Jira but you can't access this dashboard, which is likely, you have to ask Matthew for this access, because I assume that he's in charge of giving access to this. So yeah, we have some. Basically, it's Kanban. We don't use any other sophisticated way of tracking our work. Okay, the next thing is our repository, which is Gerrit, and it's hosted in Poznań. And I guess Andrzej Suś is another DevOps from Poznań. He's in the middle of refactoring access policy. So I don't know if he already finished that, but probably you can ask him to grant you an access. So we have projects here. There's a lot of projects. Part of these projects are connected with software, like My English Lab or other. But basically, we are keeping configuration and cookbooks for Chef here. This is only for versioning purpose, because we could do it in Chef Manage, because we also have access to Chef Manage and account there, and we are keeping and using this server like for provisioning software on servers. So this is our Chef managed server, but for version access and for versioning purposes and and also for code review purposes. We are using Gerrit to keep our configuration cookbooks and not really more. That's the basic. I don't know if you're familiar with Gerrit. It's basically it's Git, but the flow is a little different. But don't worry if you. It's really easy to pick up quickly. Have you used Git before?
No.
No. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So I recommend maybe some basic tutorial for Git itself, and then I can point out differences and how to use Gerrit in our flow. Okay. And I will make some some key point lists or something like this. Maybe some links to tutorials, or we'll figure it out. Oh, and if you have any questions, just ask. Right? Maybe
regarding the Git, I just use like Git add and push commands from local.
Yes, but we don't push changes directly. We rather now let me just it's I can show you some commit here. Maybe okay. It doesn't really matter. So this is commit, and it's being pushed for review first. And we are during review, we are checking if every change that person made is fine, and there's no mistakes, errors, and so on. So we can check diff here and decide whether okay, this commit looks good and code is fine. So I can give the code review note for this commit, and then let me just show you an example. If it's manually tested and verified, and somebody else gave you the note like +2, you can submit your commit, and then it is really merged to the repository. Before that, it's just a commit waiting for code review, right? So that's the difference. We don't push commits directly to repository, and we don't do pull requests. Because of that flow, it's not really necessary.
Okay.
So it works like this. You need your commit needs to be reviewed by someone else before you can merge it to any repository. Because we want to keep the any mistakes and errors like to the minimum. So we are using this kind of flow. Okay, so this is repository. This is our Chef Manage. If you're not familiar with Chef Manage, don't worry. You just need to create an account, not really connected with Pearson, to be honest. Just go here. I have to log out. So just visit the page, create an account, and then send this account for your account details to Maciej, and he will add you to our Chef organization. So you can use Chef. What else? Okay, we are using our let's say homemade software. It's DevOps tools. So we are managing infrastructure using DevOps tools. So it's dot. And as you can see, we can you can also request access for this. Basically, I think it's here. Let me see. Oh yeah, here. Sign up.
Okay.
And fill this form, and somebody from Poznań DevOps team will give you an access. Of course, if you want to connect, you need to VPN connection, because I guess it's not opened like worldwidely. You can grant VPN, Pearson VPN access via my cloud, of course, and I can show you that if you don't know how to do it. Okay, so back to Dot. We have a lot of environments, different environments. They are one-to-one connected to Chef environments, so there's no confusion here. If you have, let's say, this is a pools project and it's a development environment, and we want to, let's say, restart some API server in US region. So it's really clear. We have two servers. We can do some. This is like basic action. We can also run scripts. It's a bash scripts we can define before, and well, it has a lot of options. So I won't describe everything here. But we have really nice flow with the repository system. So basically, if there is a chef node definition in repository, and you want to create a new server, and Dot finds this definition in repository, we just provision software automatically on this server. You don't have to do it like manually running Chef client here. If you just add new server, and this server is defined before it was defined, and it's this definition, this node definition for Chef server is in repositories, that then Dot will provision software automatically. So, but don't worry, you will see it in action, I guess, soon.
Like AWS, right?
Yes, this is basically a wrapper for AWS CLI.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, because we are using AWS, of course, but we rarely do anything on AWS directly, because we like to track and log what is going on with our machines. So this log is here, and it, of course, it works with AWS CLI, and it does the same things that we can do in AWS console or via CLI, of course, but it's trackable, and it has some extra features, I would say, like the amount of servers here. We can just do it like here, and of course, if you have some features in AWS that do it also, but we have some different things here. So yeah, you need access to this to manage anything, basically. Okay, we have a lot of Jenkins instances here in Poznań, but I assume that you will get access to them according to your project, because we have Jenkins per project. So I won't really describe it here. And if you maybe you already know which project you will be working on. Yeah.
SRW.
SRW. Okay, fine. So yeah, so we have Jenkins for that. SRW. And okay, yeah, this is really simple. I guess this is only one pipeline here that is really working. And this is this one. And if you want, you will need access to that, and just I think I need only your period ID to grant an access, because this Jenkins works with Active Directory, so that's pretty easy. Okay, this is the configuration, and you're probably you won't have admin access, but we can figure it out. This is the Jenkins job definition and configuration. So this is basically only a wrapper to Jenkins file that is provided in application code. So if you want to change anything in Jenkins pipeline, you need to edit the code itself, which is hosted on Bitbucket. If you don't have Bitbucket access, you can I think it's in my cloud. Yeah, you can request it there. And for some reason it doesn't work now. But oh no, it's fine. So yeah, you need Bitbucket access if you don't have one already, and this is SRW repository. And if you don't have access to this, we can also figure it out. And here in CI, the directory, there's Jenkins file that this is used in this pipeline. And if you want to change anything in pipeline, you have to change. You have to basically make a pull request to Bitbucket, repository. And it's really simple pipeline. The first few things is just git checkout, some environmental variables set, unit tests. There's package build using spec files, RPM spec files, and RPM build. And then, well, upload to packages repository, update environment. This is via dot. This part is using DevOps tools API. That's tool I've showed you already. This one, it has API, basic API, but it's useful enough to use it in Jenkins pipeline. So we are doing this. We're updating package version for Chef environment. I will explain that maybe tomorrow because it might be too much for one session, I guess. Update RPG and tests. So pipeline is hosted and is kept on Bitbucket in application repository, so you don't have to worry about that. And if sometimes there's some little problems with machines down there in SRW, and you can find it here. For example, I don't know, dev1. Okay. As you can see, it's this is everything that it's requested by Jenkins Mail AWS account. It comes from this pipeline. So package version change and Chef client. This is the part of the pipeline. Okay, SRW. I don't know too much, really much about SRW because I've never been DevOps for this project. I just took it over for some time. I mean, before you can be operatable, because my colleague who used to be DevOps for SRW project, he just left some time ago, and I'm just filling the gap for a time. Okay, maybe if you have any questions connected with what I said already, this is a good time because there's a lot to describe, to be honest.
Okay. Regarding the DevOps tool is there, no?
Mm-hmm.
I think these servers are maintained here or in AWS.
This is okay. Let me show you that. This DevOps tools is directly connected with AWS. I left my phone in the room, and I cannot show you that because I need my Google Authentication app. But these instances are hosted in AWS We
Okay.
just use DevOps tools to manage them from here, and DevOps tool uses AWS CLI underneath. Okay.
Okay. Then what is the purpose of this DevOps tool?
Yeah, the first thing is to track our changes. Like you have log here, and we can easily manage layers and subnets here. We don't have to do it separately in AWS. Of course, everything we can do in DevOps tools, we can do directly in AWS. And if you like so, well, you won't have to do too much for SRW here, because it's automated most of the time. Everything is working fine, except for some problems with Jeff Client, for example. But yeah, we can do everything here, and like bundling some actions into one, let's say. Let me say, yeah, example can be that we can put a lot of servers at once and provision software on them using Chef Client, which is quite complicated in AWS already. What else? Yeah, we have we can run some bash scripts directly from here and keep track on the output. We can manage. Well, you don't have database here, but we have projects with databases, and we can manage instances and databases directly from here. A lot of things that, of course, you can do in AWS, but it's easier easier using this tool. Okay, so any other questions?
I know
For now?
AWS, but it is difficult for me, so I will try to get some more KT.
Can you repeat that, because I can't hear you very well?
No, I know the AWS. Previously I was working in AWS only, but this is very difficult to me in DevOps tool.
Oh, okay, I understand. So you can ask Maciej about I think it will be better if you use DevOps tools, because we have a logging and tracking of everything. But if you like to use AWS only, you can talk with Maciej about that. I guess he will answer that question.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
But since you will be managing only one project, which is quite small. It's just a few servers, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions maybe about Jenkins or?
Where can I get ELB in here, DevOps tool? Load balancer.
Okay. We don't use AWS load balancers. We don't use that. We use our machines hosted in load balancers layer, because this is basically a subnet or a security group underneath, and we are using our machines hosted like regular instances and provisioned via Chef client. There's hub proxy or Nginx, and that depends on the project. I guess in SRW there's Nginx, but I'm not sure about that. So we are using our load balancer recipes, like say. So we don't use AWS load balancers.
Okay, Victor.
No, any other questions? Because I barely know what to describe you now. So yeah, if you have any questions, that would be easier for me to keep on.
What about that monitoring for server infra related, like CPU memory, network in, network out?
Okay, so we are using, because you can use CloudWatch or Zabbix. We have Zabbix also to monitor everything. And yeah, SRW is somewhere here. Yeah, there's, actually there's some overload. So if you want to track your instances, you can use Zabbix or CloudWatch, but CloudWatch doesn't really show memory usage. But besides, apart of that, it's showing basically the same things as Zabbix, but yeah, we have that kind of thing, and you can use it. I'm not sure who can grant you an access. Maybe Andrzej, or maybe I can do it. I can see. Okay, something else.
Other than that, deployment, how will do it, deployments normal?
The deployments are used are done via Jenkins, of course.
Jenkins, okay.
And well, I never did any deployment because everything is done by developers. So
okay. Then how can we change the change the volumes and all? If any developer request to come as modify the volumes or increase the volume.
okay, this one you have to do via AWS, because here in DevOps tools we can only attach volumes during server creation. But if you want to extend it, you have to do it via AWS.
Okay.
But as I said, if you want to just attach some volume, you can do it here, right? But it's only for new servers.
Oh yeah, new server.
But I don't think you will need that anyway. It doesn't seem like SRW takes a lot of space.
Okay.
Let's say. Yeah. You have like 85% free.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a lot. Okay, so any other questions?
No, can you tell me that configuration regarding the pipeline and configuration in Jenkins? How will do the job?
Okay, so
The total pipeline, first build, where will go and deploy the in which environment, like?
okay, so there is yeah, I've shown you this already. We have here we have defined environments, and you can choose whether environment you want to deploy your package to. And as I said, Jenkins file is taken from a repository, so it's in the application code. And if you just if you build something here, you just choose. That's the easy part. You choose your environment, your branch, and deploy it. Okay. Underneath this, we have defined those environments and connected it. This is okay. I can show you that. I think this is easy. Open recent Jenkins libs. Okay, so here we have Groovy script with environments defined, And okay, let me find some SRW file. Yeah, it's here. So you have different environments that you can choose from in Jenkins, and underneath this you have there are definition of URLs and Chef environment and dot. This is the DevOps tools environment. So these are imported as environment variables and used by pipeline to deploy package to certain environment. And okay. So this is pretty easy to use, and we have some information under this front end of Jenkins. So we have to define each environment and provide some variables like Chef environment definition, and basically that's it. So okay, this is just a checkout. So it downloads, clones a certain branch from Bitbucket repository here. Prepare sources, I guess it's just like editing some configuration files with options according to environment you have chosen. Unit test, that's pretty obvious. Build package, as I said, there's wait, where's Bitbucket? Okay. In Jenkins file and this project and most of projects basically, we are using spec files for RPM creation because each server runs CentOS, so we are using RPMs. And this spec file definition is here. And yeah, I think you just have to read it. And if you're not familiar with spec files, just maybe find some information in man pages or on internet. Anyway, so we are using that to build RPM package. And then we are uploading this package to our repository. Okay. And repositories are kept on S3 in AWS. So we are just sending our packages there. Update environment is this is the APA request for Dot to change this particular attribute of Chef environment. Pearson app SRW package version 2 version that we just made in during pipeline. So DevOps tools can change any existing Chef attribute that we are using in some environment, like for example, this is SRW prod. And then when we change the package version we want to have on this environment, there's Chef client, of course, and here we have update RPG and some tests. If something is not clear, please just tell me. I can elaborate on it.
Yeah, Victor. Hello. Yeah, Victor. Yeah, can you please let me know these fields from where it configured in server level?
Yeah, can you repeat, because I don't know, maybe I have some problems with connection because I'm using Wi-Fi now. Can you repeat?
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that the fields get source like prepare source, right? Those fields from where we are getting these fields, in which server it's configured.
Okay, so yeah, okay, I got it. Prepare sources stage is described here, and there is just some environment variables that are set, and you have some. Well, I guess this is something is packaged via tar and stashed for the next stage. So here we are using, okay, this is this first environment variable is commit short, so it's a commit number, but it's just short, like 6 or 7 first digits and letters. Package version, of course, because we want to keep versions upgraded automatically. So this package version description. Well, I guess this is somewhere in the repository, like in version environment. Let me see. I guess it's here in the code. Yeah, it's here. So basically, we are just taking this predefined environmental variables and import it to Jenkins environment. Okay. Okay, there was a commit number and what else? Okay, package version description and tag check. I guess if this commit is tagged, you have different package version name. Yeah, like it's here. So if you have if commit that you want to build from includes tag, you just get you will just get the package name without commit short. And that's it. This is prepare sources, nothing more. This is for, this is preparation for the for the next stages, like version full. You are defining here whether or not to contain commit short. You have we are using here to actually prepare a package, right? Okay, anything else?
No, Victor.
Okay, that's fine. I guess it will be easier for you to read it by yourself when you get access. And for example, if you will have any more questions about this Jenkins file, you can write me an email, or we can arrange a call later. So yeah, because I know this is a lot of information here. So yeah, it's better to have some time to get used to it. And the workflow. I mean, workflow. It's for SRW. It's pretty easy. I mean, you have pipeline, and you don't have to do anything unless pipeline is working, right?
Oh.
That basically that's it. And if something is not working, it's commonly the problem with Chef client, or maybe some of instances are where we're we have that problem that our instances, because they are shutting, we are shutting them down for weekends and during night, but we didn't account for time zone changes. So there was a problem at first with this, but now it's solved. So I don't think you will ever have like serious problems with that.
Okay, Victor.
Okay, so have you got any more questions?
No. As of now, no. I'll let you know tomorrow if I have any questions.
Okay, so I will prepare some summary with that key points, and I guess you will have to request some access to different services, but after that it will be fully operatable, and that's it. Yeah. And so if you don't have any more questions, I I think we can finish this, right?
No,
This call.
I have one question.
Yeah.
You told like we'll shut down the instance in weekend, right?
No. I mean, we used to do that, but now they are locked. They are running 24/7. So
Okay. Fine, then fine.
so yeah, it's fine.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Victor.
Okay, thank you. And
Victor,
well,
just one more. Like once you shared the summary, I think we can raise for the required access for him, and once that is done, we can have a recurring session, or should it be okay to have the scheduled meeting tomorrow?
well, that's up to you really, because if you can get familiar with, I don't think you will get every access until tomorrow. So if you want to make a call after you get access and maybe you have more questions, that's fine, because I don't think that you will have any more questions tomorrow than today, right?
Yes, yeah. I think for now, Victor, you can give access to Jenkins for now, so that he
Yes.
can check all the, I mean, how it is working currently. Because as you know, like we have been facing frequent issues with the Jenkins pipeline and the build. So during the deployment, so I think he can focus on that mainly for now. If you provide the access, he can check on that. And meantime, we can raise access for the servers, MongoDB and Gerrit and stuffs like that, Chef, etc. So maybe by next week, we can have a recurring session. What do you think, Sriram?
Oh, okay, fine.
Okay. Would that work with you as well, Victor?
Yes, I think this is better, because I don't think that tomorrow we will have so many questions that it's productable, right?
Yes, Victor. Yeah, let's
Okay.
do it for a while.
Okay, so thank you. And maybe you have something more.
That's all for now, Victor.
Okay, that's fine. So thank you, and just put something in my calendar, and it should be fine. Okay.
Okay, Victor. Sure.
Very good, very well. Okay, so have a nice day, and see you soon.
Yeah, thank you,
Thanks.
Victor. Bye.